Hey nerds, welcome to Jerry Bear Reacts. Today we're reacting to WandaVision, Season 1, Episode 1. Or do these things have titles, actually? Episode 1, okay, very creative. Marvel, Disney, good job, guys, with the title. WandaVision, right? We got the story of Wanda Maximoff and the Vision. One of Marvel Comics' power couples, essentially. Wanda Maximoff, of course, being Scarlet Witch, whose brother is Quicksilver. In the comics, they're the sons and daughters of one Magneto. And you have the Vision, created by the Mind Stone. Now, initially, I had this yellow light on for the pure purposes of the Mind Stone to be cheeky, but you really can't tell it's yellow, so I think I'm going to keep it red for Scarlet Witch. This wasn't something I announced to you guys I was going to do. I was just going to watch this on my own, but I was like, you know what? I might as well go ahead and do the reaction to it. We're already doing the whole reaction gimmick. I was going to wear the Infinity War hat, but with the gauntlet on it, I just thought that'd be mean. So we're going to stick with the Jerry Bear hat. Thanos has always been one of my favorite comic book characters. I have Infinity Gauntlets everywhere. The stone in the forehead, the Vision is just one of the more jarring scenes in the MCU that we all knew what would happen, but we didn't know it would be that graphic. So this story is basically Wanda is supposed to progress over the TV shows, right? Like TV show history. Starting back black and white, getting into modern times, and I just can't wait to see the progression of this. These are two amazing characters. This is supposed to bleed directly into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and I'm just hyped. The MCU is something I'm absolutely enamored by. It's something I've watched. I watched every movie in theater. Opening day, the first one was in a drive-in, Iron Man alongside the last Indiana Jones movie in 2008. That was the last drive-in movie I ever seen, all the way up to Spider-Man Far From Home, and which is, I think, one of the last movies I've seen in theater outside of like the last two, which was Sonic and Harley Quinn. So rambling a little bit here, but it's been since 2019 was the last piece of Marvel content that we've gotten. We didn't get Black Widow. We probably won't get it for a little bit. So fast forward to today, we're finally getting something we were promised back in October, but the virus, so it happens. Two Visions we're going to watch back to back. No pun intended. Two Visions, two episodes we're going to watch back to back. And so Patreon peeps, you will see this a couple days early for the early bear tier. And then you will also get the unedited version. I may do the unedited version first and then do the early bird thing as well. So I don't know yet. We're just going to go and get into it. I'm super excited to watch this. Jerry does his best work behind the scenes. And we're back in the MCU. Not a movie, but still a show. Still MCU. Oh, God, dude. Oh, we haven't heard this in so long. Oh, I'm so hyped right now. Black Panther. Oh, dude, it gets me hyped. It fades right into black and white. It reminds me of Mickey Mouse. That's so good. Just like an old school TV. Oh my God, did they get a theme song? This is so husband. This is so good. I think I just said husband. Bippity boppity boo. WandaVision. Dude, oh, come on, dude. It's perfect sitcom. Oh, Vision. Starring Wanda Maximoff and Vision. I love it. That just made the title grow on me even more. This is perfect. This is so good. Insert laugh track.
My husband and his indestructible head.
Why'd they give her the voice from that 70s show, Kitty, the mom?
Say, oh, I don't eat food.
Well, that explains ham to your children.
I would just like to say that I would marry Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth, if you're watching this, I love you. If you ever got sick, I'd run you a hot bath and get you some soup.
I'm incapable of
I love you.
I remember everything. That's not an exaggeration. In fact, I'm incapable of exaggeration.
It's true.
Tell me what's so important
He's a
about
robot.
today's date.
Perhaps you've forgotten yourself.
Yeah, you haven't
Either he
know.
doesn't know or he's playing her, so she'll say it.
As have I. Today, we are celebrating.
You bet we are.
Oh, neither one of them know.
First time we have ever never celebrated this occasion before.
It's
I love her.
special day.
Perhaps
It's a
in
special
the
day.
Great significance,
To us both.
naturally.
That's the classic, like,
Me off to work,
neither
then.
character knows what's going on, so there's going to be some sort of miscommunication.
Haven't.
Oh, this. Paul Bettany's so good.
Have a good day, dear.
Seriously, Elizabeth Olsen, I love you. I don't know how many times I can say this. Look, dude, this reminds me of I Love Lucy.
Hello.
Gotta have your next door neighbor.
Yes, your neighbor to the right. My right, not yours. Forgive me for not stopping by sooner to welcome you to the block. My mother-in-law was in town, so I wasn't.
It's like the
So, what's your
classic,
name?
like
Where you from?
jabs.
Most importantly, how's your bridge game, hon? The only way Ralph would remember our
Ralph.
anniversary is if there was a beer named June 2nd.
It's my stepdad's name.
Magazine article called
Christ.
Treat Your Husband to Keep Your Husband. And let me tell you, what Ralph could really use is how to goose your wife so you don't lose your wife. Hang on, I'll go grab it and we can start planning. Oh, this is gonna be a gas.
How to goose your wife so you don't lose your wife. Oh, this is fucking phenomenal. Oh, he's cracked. Check my builds. 360 no scopes.
Any other tricks?
You could point out that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men.
Now that's romantic.
This is beautiful. I hope everybody's appreciating this right now. Oh,
Residents,
here comes the miscommunication. Yep.
Control.
Oh, well, that is a relief.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Rather nervous.
Nervous? Whatever for?
Well, you know, darling, I still get a little tongue-tied.
Fizz? After all this time.
An awful lot riding on this one.
This.
Tonight doesn't go just so. I think this could be the end.
Oh no.
Tired
Is this a commercial?
Try our new and improved Toastmate.
The
2000.
Toastmate
It's the
2000.
go-to for clever housewives.
Did you hear that like
Heating elements can handle
that like
anything.
Iron Man repulsor sound?
To cherry pie to open-faced cheese sandwiches.
Open faced cheese sandwiches. That was ominous.
All new Toastmate 2000 by Stark Industries.
Of course, that's why the repulsor. I was curious for a second. Stark Industries, A. Rest in peace. Oh fuck.
Guess who?
Wanda!
Vision?
The meaning of
Yes.
Oh, the meaning of it. You want to know the meaning of it, and the meaning of it is that this is the. Guess who?
Oh, is that my husband?
It certainly is.
Lovely to make your acquaintance.
Goals.
Oh, how exotic.
We don't break bread
Wait, that
with
is Kitty from that 70s show. Oh, I didn't even notice.
No culture
I
at
didn't even
all.
notice.
And that dress.
Dude, that's so lit.
Oh,
It's so.
Covian is what it is, yes.
Dude, that is Kitty.
Kitchen for a moment, sweetheart.
Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Dog, she hasn't aged.
Help in the kitchen. We haven't any tidbits or tartlets out here, nary a pig in a blanket.
No, that's so
Tidbit.
kind of you, Mrs. Clapp, but I'm sure she
I
knows
would
she's
harm about 30
fine.
pigs in a blanket right now.
Thank you, Agnes. I think I've got it covered from here.
Oh, are you sure, dear? Many hands make light work, and many mouths make good gossip.
You're so naughty.
Bon appetit!
Me and my mom used to watch I Love Lucy so much as a child. You guys have no idea how cool this is to me.
Oh, you meant stay put. I sense a domestic emergency.
Mrs. Hawks, take out the papers and the trash. Or you will get no spending cash. You don't start the kitchen floor. You ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Well, maybe we have a nice sing-along all together then.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
MacDonald had a farm,
E-I-E-I-O.
and on that farm he had a
Jerry,
pig.
fucking roast. And an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Oh, she's losing it.
Oh, what was the main course again? I hope you're hungry.
Starved is more like it.
My head is starting to feel woozy.
I'm starting to
Were
feel.
either of you that
Worse.
married men are killing single men at an alarming rate.
What are you going on about? There.
That's not the. That wasn't the statistic at all. Holy shit. Here comes like the tense moment in the show.
You know, I'm beginning to think
Yeah,
you're not more
tense.
than material vision. You know, I had high hopes.
It's
for you.
saved just at the last second.
I've seen here tonight. You can barely keep it together.
What brought you here? How long have you been married? And why don't you have children yet?
Damn, 20 questions?
Stop it! Stop it!
Vision, help me, bro. What are you
Stop
doing?
it! Stop it!
It's like a glitch.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Vision, help him.
I have cold chills. Dude, don't hold it like that. That's a big ass piece of meat. You know how to cut your food better. What the f?
We had such a lovely time. This guest is leaving your home.
I love her so much.
Yes, thank you for coming.
That stop it thing
You
was
made me proud tonight.
terrifying, bro.
First thing Monday morning, you and me are gonna have a little chat.
Well, couldn't you make some for us?
Oh, the
I do.
background.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, dude, I love it, but at the same time, it makes me fucking sad. He had the clicker for the outro. Wanda Maximoff and Vision. God, what was that logo at the end? That logo looks so familiar. Kevin Feige, I love you. Let's talk about it. It's set up just like an old school TV show where it's pretty much followed that rhythm, that form, that structure. What am I looking for here? That formula where you start off with a character, somebody enters the room, something funny happens, there's a couple one-liners, some quips. There's a miscommunication, like with the anniversary. One person thinks it's the anniversary, that person thinks it's something else. The other person knows it's the dinner. And then you have that controversy, the tense moment, the build, the climax, and then saved at the last second with all the dramatic and just whimsical stuff in between. Again, I grew up watching I Love Lucy with my mom. My dad would work all night, and I would just lay in bed with mom, and we would watch I Love Lucy until we both fell asleep. And it's one of those memories like you hold on to. And I Love Lucy was hilarious. It's still hilarious to this day. So, not saying it 100% pulled from I Love Lucy, but it kind of had that same feel to it. Obviously, the black and white, it's what I remember most in my brain. And then just the way it was set up, the neighbor, you got the quirky neighbor, the friends, just anything really. You could even trace it back to something like the Flintstones, how you have the neighbors that come over, Barney and I forgot the wife's name. Almost said Rubble. I think Barney Rubble was his full name. So it's built just like that. So Wanda, for those of you that don't know, this is going to be a spoiler if you're watching this without watching the MCU. Just a heads up. I'm kind of already given a couple. Spoiler. Now, Vision is dead, right? Vision got the Mind Stone popped right out of his head. He is no longer with us. This is all in Wanda's brain. And this is going to go through the evolution of like TV, like with the way it's set up. I don't know what that end scene was right there. That symbol looks very familiar with the sword and the circle around it. I don't know what that is or what that's leading into. But they were watching that on an actual television. It wasn't just Wanda projecting it, unless Wanda's attached to something and they're like watching her memory. Because all this is inside her head. She's creating all this. So that's why I said I'm sad, because they have a happy moment, but it's also bittersweet because she's getting the life that she wanted, but she can't really have it because Vision is dead. He didn't even come back in Endgame. Vision's gone. They tried to bring him back. Maybe it's something, he is a robot. Maybe they can do something without having the Mind Stone. But nonetheless, Vision is one of the most powerful characters in the MCU, and they never really showed it potentially his full potential. And even in the comic books, Vision was super OP. So I'm just curious what else we're going to lead into. So there's 2 episodes tonight. I'm going to go and watch the next one. Again, for Patreon peeps, a link in the description box. For the $5 early bear, you will actually watch this a little earlier than everybody else, just by a couple days for the YouTube version. And then for the $7, those peeps, Jerry Gang, you will get this, I guess as soon as I'm done with this, a little bit earlier, rather than the format of the Vampire Diaries where like you get the uncut the same day as the YouTube. So with that in mind, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. This will be a playlist. We will do every Marvel show like this. I don't know about movies yet, because I don't know how it's gonna be structured. So anyways, everything in the description box down below, playlist up on screen. As always, make sure to stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.